Hi everybody, I'm Todd Aaron Smith. I'm an artist, and so are you. I've gotten to do some pretty fun things in my artistic endeavors. I got to do animation for some great television productions. I drew comic books. I sketched trading cards for several different movies, including the Star Wars series. I currently draw baseball cards, and I even have artwork on display in the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York. All of those things have been a huge honor, so big that I don't even have words to describe it. So, how did I get to do all of that fun stuff? Well, the truth about it is probably a bit more simple than people imagine. I'd like to try to answer that in two parts. You know, nobody wakes up one day with a sudden ability to draw or paint or play the guitar or sing or play sports or anything else. When I was just old enough to hold a crayon, I began drawing, and I loved it so much that I did it all the time. Let me show you a picture. This is a drawing I made when I was 5. It looks pretty much like any 5-year-old could have drawn this. Do you know why? It's because every 5-year-old has the same talent. But then something important happens. We grow up. Some kids continue drawing all the time because that's what they love to do. Other kids are distracted away from drawing and they become interested in doing other things. Some learn to play a musical instrument and they enjoy it so much that they continue doing that all the time. By the time they're an adult, they can probably play that instrument pretty well. They still make drawings like a 5-year-old, but what else would you expect? They haven't drawn much since they were 5. They stopped drawing and have taken an interest in some other thing. This is true of everything we do. If we do it regularly, we get better and better at it, even at things that require almost no physical activity. If I love mathematics, for instance, and I study math and learn about it and practice doing math all the time, it won't take very long for me to be good at math. What if the thing I love to do is play soccer? I go out and play soccer every day, and I learn about it, and I watch others who are better at doing it than I am. I learn from them, and I try to make my game better. After a while of doing that, I'd become a good soccer player. It is that way with everything. In my case, it's with drawing. I love to draw. I've always loved to draw. I don't believe a day has ever gone by without me drawing something. It has been this way most of my life, and I am way older than 5 now. It's no wonder my drawings look better today than they did when I was 5. Actually, my drawings look better than they were a year ago. No matter what you are doing, you can always get better at it. That's why professional baseball players still have batting practice and continue to work on the basics. At no point in my life will I ever be able to say, "That's it, I've mastered drawing. There is nothing more to learn." In many ways, this is why life is so beautiful. Whatever it is that you love to do, there is always room for getting better at it. Picasso had a great quote. He said, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up." John Lennon had a similar quote. He said, "Every child is an artist until they are told they're not an artist." That is exactly right. Have you ever heard somebody say, "Oh, you are just so talented. You can draw so well. You have a lot of talent." Well, I'm sorry. I don't believe very much in talent because I don't have any more talent than you or anybody else. I may be skilled at drawing, but that skill came from many years of practicing and studying and experimenting. I do realize that some people just seem to naturally be better at doing things than others with little or no practice. But overall, most of what we do is a skill that can be practiced and improved. Have you ever heard somebody say, "Oh, you have such a gift. You are such a gifted artist"? I have to say, I think they're wrong. I know people mean well when they say things like that. They're just trying to be kind. But whether or not I have a gift with a talent that other people don't seem to have is totally irrelevant. The truth is, I can do what I do because I have worked at it hard all of my life through practice and study and more practice. And guess what? I'm still not the best artist in the world. There are artists out there whose work is far superior to mine, And that's a good thing, because now I have people to learn from and goals for improving what I do. People sometimes say, I can't even draw a straight line. Yeah, neither can I. But I have a ruler if I want to draw a straight line. Besides that, most things that I draw are not made of straight lines. I wasn't always able to draw well enough to work for the big companies. I was 5 years old once. And when I was 5, I drew like a 5-year-old. But as I got older, I continued drawing and practicing and working and studying. Many years after I was 5, I have gotten to do some fun things professionally. I look forward to a future of getting better at creating art. The second part of how I get to do all of that fun stuff that I do is in the following formula. Preparation plus opportunity equals success. Think about that. Some of the things I've gotten to do have been because I was in the right place at the right time with the right portfolio. That is just a fact. An opportunity came up and I had artwork to show. I don't know how many times I've heard people say, boy, I wish I could be doing work for this company or that company. Or maybe, I've been a fan of those characters all of my life. You are lucky that you get to do production work with them. Well, yes, I do feel fortunate that I get to work professionally on those characters. But why do I get to do that? There's no magic involved. I get to work on those characters because I worked hard to create a living portfolio. Let me tell you what I mean by a living portfolio. It regularly changes, it grows, it evolves. As I continue making artwork, I might make things that are better than what is currently in my portfolio, so I add that work or replace old work with the new stuff. My portfolio has been evolving little by little for a long time. When an opportunity comes up to show this portfolio, I have my very best stuff on hand to show. I certainly haven't gotten every job I've ever gone after. There have been many letters and emails that have told me thanks but no thanks. It didn't stop me from continuing on and finding other opportunities. My point is, be ready to show your best work. Opportunities come and go. When they come up, if you are ready to hit them with your best work, your chances increase of getting that work drastically. There are some people who don't take opportunities, though. Let me tell you an example of an opportunity that people don't seem to take. There are many of them, but this is just one that I know very well. There is a major comics sci-fi convention that happens every year in Kansas City where I live. I am often a guest at this convention, so I sit there all weekend and sketch characters that I've worked on for people and chat with them about their favorite characters or shows. At this same convention are hundreds of other artists and writers available to meet. I'm just one guy at a table, but there are many. Almost every one of them would be glad to look at a portfolio and give advice to artists and writers about how to get involved in the professional creative world. Certainly, if you show 10 artists your portfolio, you might get 10 different reviews, but you can take whatever advice they give you and think about how you can improve your portfolio. These conventions often have editors as guests. You know, editors who do hiring for major companies. But people don't seem to think of things like that. They come and they get a sketch of their favorite character and have conversations about their favorite shows or books or whatever it is. But so many miss their opportunity. I don't know how many times I've heard young people at a convention say, I'm an artist too and I want to be an animator someday. I say, well, that's great. Did you bring your portfolio with you? The answer is almost always no. In fact, most of them don't even have a portfolio. They could have gotten free advice from hundreds of people who are professionally doing exactly what they want to be doing, but they were not prepared. That, my friends, is a missed opportunity. These conventions with the same opportunities happen all over the country, all over the world. So if you love creating art, you will want to do it all the time. Work very hard, keep improving, keep creating. Know that your stuff is getting better all the time. Make an additional effort to be organized. Be ready to show your best work when an opportunity comes up, because opportunities will come up. Love what you do, and do what you love, whatever it is.